The electronic game of the future.
The Average Gamer Podcast is starting now.
All right, David, go talk about this Xbox dispute.
Here's the big story, and I want to do a little PSA to our listeners and viewers right now. You cannot buy dead screen. Nobody can. Okay, our words that are spoken to you, our fellow listeners and viewers, are our own opinions, not the conglomerates.
Yeah.
So we don't sell out for anybody unless
there's a lot of money involved.
Unless there's a lot of money involved, and we will disclose it, and we'll say, hey, viewers, go to audible.com/deadscreen, and then...
Yeah, we're talking like $500, yeah.
Yeah, like, or you know. Ooh! Surprise guest in the background. Anyways, so, unless that's going to happen, you can't buy us.
Yeah.
Gotta be a price, and we're going to disclose it. So, let me just go right into the big news story of the week, which is the Machinima and Xbox controversy.
Now tell us about Machinima, first of all.
Machinima.
Xbox.
So Machinima is the largest gaming network on YouTube, by far. It's the and basically they have this, for viewers or listeners who don't know about this, they have this network where smaller gaming channels or medium-sized gaming channels all connect to the same parent network of Machinima, and then they give them a percentage of their revenues. So by being affiliated with Machinima, they get like I don't know their percentages. Let's say like Machinima gets a 60% cut, and the actual content provider gets a 40% cut.
But then everyone wins because Machinima gets.
But everybody wins because you get like 1 trillion subscribers because you're part of the network and blah 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 blah. Okay, gotcha. So Xbox does. Or Microsoft does something, hey, it's legal, everybody does it. They do a paid advertisement campaign, which, it exists, we all do it. We don't do it, but other people do it. So they contact Machinima, and they say,
Machinima,
guys, we have X amount of money that we're setting aside for you to use in your network and basick promote our product.
Okay.
So good, that's fine and dandy.
Yeah, I'm following.
That's fine and dandy. But then, so one of the documents actually got leaked that Machinima sent out to their network provider people, and this actual leak is provided by Ars Technica. They're the ones that got the leak, not us. Yeah, but anyways, in this leaked document, Machinima tells the person who signed the contract that the period that they're going to be doing this campaign during is January 13th to February 9th. So that's the campaign period. Okay. And their role, and this is verbatim. Your role with the campaign is focused on driving awareness for the Xbox One release, and that includes the video games. That part is they include all that in there, right?
So Microsoft went to Machinima and said, advertise Xbox One, please.
Yes, and so Machinima then wrote a contract out to their people, and they actually tweeted, but then they deleted it, and they actually I'll put the picture here of the campaign thing they put up where they were saying, hey, this is our promotion, which is you get $3 per 1,000 views on your video if you do certain things, which is like talk about the Xbox for like 60 seconds, and then they also had to say what game they were playing through an Xbox One, so they had to say, hey, we are playing Call of Duty Ghosts on the Xbox One, here is us playing and enjoying.
I mean this sounds all just fine, David.
This is all fine. This is all fine, right?
It sounds fine to me.
So I'll keep going.
Business.
Yes, it is called business. So, and capitalism, baby. I'm all for it. So anyways, another part of their thing is, and viewers and listeners, listen up to this part, they have to tag their campaign videos with this special tag, which is XB1M13. So that's the campaign tag. So if you actually search by that tag now on YouTube, there's like 1,000 results that come up. Most of them, though, are from people who are like, you can't buy us Xbox, you can't do this, this is not right, you can't buy us.
Yeah, you know,
So-
a bunch of yeah.
So the actual numbers.
So it's a
and
bunch of
letters
kids who
are-
don't know how business works.
They don't know how business works. I'll tell you why they're angry, though. I'll tell you why they're angry.
All right.
So then, the Machinima in their contract also says, you may not say anything negative or disparaging about Machinima, Xbox One, or any of its
Machinima.
games in your campaign video. Okay, whatever. That's
Yeah. Okay.
okay.
That's
Okay,
fine,
and here's
but,
where
like,
here's where it gets a
whatever.
little here's where it gets a little gray. Here's where it gets to get a little gray.
Gray hat in it.
They-
Let's do it.
They say your campaign videos must annotate to the Xbox One YouTube channel or another campaign video on your YouTube channel that is part of this campaign. It's a little hard to understand what they mean there, really.
Let's just
but
link
then-
to each other.
Yeah, but then they say confidentiality agreement, and they say you agree to keep confidential at all times all matters relating to this agreement, including without limitation the promotional requirements and the CPM compensation listed above. So basically,
Here's
like,
the problem.
so basically, they're like, hey, keep this all super secret. Don't tell anybody that we're paying you, how much we're paying you, anything, right?
But tell
That's-
everyone you like our product and
But tell everybody you like our product, which is against the FTC rules. Because what they don't want to happen is, hey, Xbox pays me $50 to say very nice things about them, but I don't tell my viewers, and basically it's a commercial, and they don't know it, and it's not right, it's screwed up. So the thing is, they came out with a statement. Okay, Xbox and Machinima came out with the public statement, and Machinima said, "Hey, we said to keep all of our documents confidential and the pay confidential, but we didn't say to keep the fact that you were being paid confidential." It's very, the language was very gray, and so
Yeah.
because of it, younger partners, because in this document also it says a lot of them are within the ages of 13 to 17. A lot of the younger ones, probably didn't read the contract, and
Yeah.
B, didn't understand that language. So who's at fault? Hey, the language was very gray, and if they really were doing this, they should have really made it very clear, hey, you must disclose that we are paying you, and you must tell our viewers that they are listening to an advertisement, because otherwise it is not right.
And that's the David Block.
And that's David News.
Well, no, that's kind of. I mean, so who do you personally think's at fault here? I still don't fully understand. Is it like? Do you
So,
think it's
and-
the kids misreading the
So-
Yes,
contract
it's
and
the
thinking
chil-
there's a
little
big
children's
deal and they don't
book.
realize it?
So here's the thing. Xbox came out with a statement saying, hey, we told Machinima to stop the campaign
Machinima.
completely, and to also, like, hey, like, also you have to label the videos. And so Machinima then said, okay, we're telling everybody they have to label their videos as paid advertisement, blah, 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 blah. But, hey, we didn't do anything wrong either. Who's at fault? I don't think anybody is really at fault. I think the language was just too gray, and
As it is in every business document.
As it
ever
is
Yeah,
in every
that's what I was
business
going to
document.
say. Isn't this
and
just how it
also
works?
I don't know the exact statistic, but hey, what percentage of people actually read contracts? It's probably really low, especially when
I would
all
read
these...
every single contract.
Okay, well, you are a businessman, my friend. But most people who are just, let's say, casual YouTubers, all they see is, wow, I get $3 for every 1,000 views. Sweet. And then
Yeah.
that's it. They just press confirm or whatever, and then
That's
that's
why-
it.
I'm sure the link. Okay, so I mean I'm just ignorant on everything, but is the law would there be a law broken if you present something as an advertisement that isn't an advertisement? I mean, present something.
Backwards.
Yeah,
There is
not
a
as
law.
an adver-
There is
Okay.
a law.
and that's
they
what you're
broke
saying
it.
before.
So the FTC hasn't formally
Yeah.
gotten involved, but there's a chance they could get involved if
I don't
it's
think they will.
but it would have to be the only way I think they'd get involved, honestly, is if some leaked document came out where Machinima said, "Hey, don't disclose that you are like if they specifically said don't disclose the fact this is a paid advertisement, but they didn't do that. The language is just very gray as to how confidential. What
true.
parts are
It's like
confidential.
But it was either purposely written that way or, like Andy said, that's how all of them really are.
Yeah,
so it's
all
probably
of them,
just
all
a
business
bunch of
languages kind of obscure,
probably someone leaked it to Ars Technica and they just didn't,
And it's funny because in that actual document, I read the entire legal document. It says in there like, hey, if you ever share this, we can like sue you. So who knows who shared it? But thank you, Mr. Whistleblower.
Yeah, what's interesting though is that like it's a weird business, Machinima, because it's really just taking like kids that have no business background that got kind of half lucky posting their game streams online, and suddenly they're running a business in quotes, and then they're getting contracts like this. It's weird.
Yeah.
No real person's reading it over. They sold their soul, for all we know. I know Machinima's had issues in the past with like people joining Machinima and then getting like, for some reason, hating them. I don't remember why though.
Well, it's most of these. I don't want to, because we're not shit talkers here at Dead Screen, and we're not saying anything. We're not saying anything bad. They didn't do anything wrong. We're just reporting the news here.
Preach.
But what I'm saying is, a lot of these contracts with these networks are for, I don't know the ones exactly for Machinima, but some of them are like, hey, you have to be in our network for 2 years. So basically, they don't screw people out of it, but let's say you're this like young YouTuber with parents' consent, and you get this channel and you get on the network and you get 40,000 subscribers, and suddenly you're making bank, but you're giving Machinima a gigantic cut of it, and they feel like, oh, well, this is my video, like this is them.
Yeah.
But they're the ones that got you there, so it's kind of like they feel screwed for 2 years, and then they get out and they're bitter and blah 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 blah. But hey, that's business, and they're the ones that got you to that point, so you should be grateful.
Word
Preach. To your mother.